Hey everybody, KC here. So my friend Russell Zwenka out at Western Michigan University sent me a link to an article on Atlas Obscura, which is this really great website, by the way. It's all about travel and adventure and unusual stuff. And for those of us who have been locked up at home more than we'd want to be, it's like wish fulfillment. It's travel porn. Great article. And it's about this restaurant in Ottawa called Atelier. And basically what they've always done, molecular gastronomy, 12-course meals, expensive, fabulous, fancy, totally unusual, right? Reinventing food at every turn. But when, the pandemic hit and they had to shut down, they said, oh, what are we going to do now? And they didn't want to get into the takeout business in the traditional way because just sending 12 courses home in takeout boxes didn't seem to make sense. Wasn't going to be good for the customer, and it really wasn't going to be good for the food. Eventually would undermine basically the value proposition. So the chef owner, Mark Lepine, and his staff, they came up with this really interesting idea. They whittled the menu down to 5 courses. And what happens is you go to L'Atelier, and you drive up and they hand you a course, right? And you pull into a nearby parking lot and you can tailgate and you have that course. And you can sit in your car, you can sit outside your car, you can bring a table, chairs, whatever it is. But it's, and it's all socially distanced in between the cars. When you're done with that course, you then get back in your car, you go back to the restaurant, and then you get your second course, and the third course, and the fourth course, and the fifth course. And they actually bring you your 5th course, and the guy who brings it to you washes your windshield, which is a totally cool idea. And it's fascinating. And what this allows them to do is maintain the integrity of the food, create a really unique experience that their customers seem to like. They only do, I think it's $100 per person. They only take 10 cars per seating. They only do weekends, and they've been sold out for every seating since they started doing this. It's such a really interesting idea. Life throws you curves sometimes, and what you got to do is figure out how are we going to maintain our value proposition, how are we going to maintain our customers, how are we going to maintain our business, and yet adapt to a new reality. And that's exactly what they've done. I love it when businesses do that. It's what retailers have to do, what restaurateurs have to do. It's been a tough time. And I think the real measure of the smart ones and the creative ones, the innovative ones, will be who adapted their business models in interesting ways. The customers who go there say that the food continues to be edgy and creative and delicious. Listen, I think clearly what they've already said is the pandemic is over, or at least when they're allowed to reopen the restaurant, they'll do that, and they will end this experiment. But I think they might kind of miss it. I can't remember who the film director is, but somebody once said that great art is often determined by limits, not by having no boundaries. It's when they tell you can only do this much in this space for this much money that you really have to get creative. And I think this is a perfect example of how that works. I'm not going to get to Ottawa during the pandemic, but I would dearly love to go to Atelier. It sounds like a fabulous experience. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.